Thank you. I think that it almost goes without saying for those that have been active in the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin over the last year to see just how much effort Tony has, both Tony and Nadia have been putting effort into the state party. With their rise is almost meteoric. I wouldn't say even almost, it is meteoric. And within a very short amount of time, they have been incredibly active on social media. They've been incredibly active along with the issues. They've been putting together all the advertising for all of their events. And they've been promoting for other affiliates and growing other affiliates within the party, which is so very crucial to this movement because this is coming from the ground up, not the top down. And so I really appreciate his effort. And I think that with his enthusiasm, which is just absolutely unmatched, he is going to be the perfect direction for this party. Anyone else would like to speak?
No, we'll turn it over to Tony so you can speak.
Hello. So, first of all, I just want to say for the last day or so, it has been wonderful meeting so many people in this party all across the state. I'm somebody who just absolutely loves having conversations about liberty, probably just as much as the next libertarian. And I think that really it's the conversations where we end up finding the common ground, and even when we can't agree, because we end up realizing that at the end of the day, we all are still striving for the exact same thing, and we all are still striving for the same end goal. And even though we don't all have the same way of getting there, we all still want the same thing. And I've learned that so much through our podcast, talking with some of the most amazing libertarians throughout the country. I've learned that from talking to people in my local area. I've learned that from talking to libertarians here in this party. And I think that it's something that we all need to just really encapsulate moving forward, which is that the strength that we have is not in our own individual liberty, but in our mutual respect for each other's. And I think that if we really move forward with that idea, we can understand that together we can actually do something good in this state. We can actually get some work done and stop just sitting squabbling over little tiny things that ultimately don't matter when, as Spike said earlier, there are people in cages, there are wars, there are things that are way beyond the little differences that the people in this room share. And ultimately, I think I come to you today with a spirit of action, because that's all that I have to offer is action. I want to get to work. I want to get to work with every single person in this room, and I want to hear everybody's voices about how we can all get to work to actually make a difference. Because ultimately, we are the ones, and now is the time.
Thank you, Tony. Jordan Hansen is nominated. Would you like to say a few words? No? Are you good? No? Are you good? We'll give it full time to Chris then.
How's everyone doing today? So, yeah, I decided 10 minutes ago to run the chair. And I'm serious about it because I'm old school and I am top down. And I think Tony and Jacob are doing a kick-ass job running for office. And we need them to keep running for office. And I think the executive committee needs to be people who are not running for office, who are top down, who are going to say there's going to be an agenda 30 days from now, who are going to say to the vice chair, hey, it's 10 days out from the meeting and I still don't have anything from you, no report. So yeah, I'm not going to be your best friend. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I'm not here for a club. I'm here to get people elected. And I'm with the Pragmatic Caucus. We want to get people elected. So, and I don't agree 100% with everything you guys say. I know Tony just said we're all in agreement, we all have the same endpoint. No, we don't. I don't. I'm a libertarian. And I guarantee I do not have the same endpoint as you. People think I'm a left libertarian. I've been around for 30 years as a libertarian, and I think I'm at a point in my life where I don't have commitments. I just bought a house in Oregon. I'm having a party on July 3rd. You're all invited, whether I win today or not. I'm announcing it right now. And I've already announced it to some of my coworkers. I'm throwing a party on July 3rd in Oregon. Everyone's invited. It's a potluck. And you know, they talk about farming. I'm a retired farmer. I'm going back into farming. But I'm committed to helping you guys if you so choose. If you don't, then I'm okay with being the at-large again. But I'm giving you an option today. And the option is me, and I'm an IT guy. I'm a computer guy. I also am a farmer. I do have livestock in the past. I've raised pigs, bred pigs and chickens, turkeys. I raised red wattle pigs, bourbon red turkeys, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, that's it for me. Good luck, Tony. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chris. A round of applause. All right, we'll do 5 minutes of Q&A, so I don't know if you want to just stay up here, Chris and Tony, just so you can answer. If you guys have questions, just step up to the mic about any of their policy or plans. I think it'd be good to get to know them a little bit more before you make a selection. So feel free to step up.
Yeah, hey, I guess question for both guys, actually. In terms of the amount of time and effort that you have to dedicate to your vision for the party, let's say, how would you set priorities?
So I'm a stay-at-home dad, father of 3. I homeschool my children. On top of that, I do run our local affiliate, about 12 Facebook pages, a podcast, and I'm currently working with a number of other libertarians to form another marketing campaign on top of it. I'm able to do all of this very successfully without any real issues at all because I actually am very probably obsessively scheduled person, as my wife would tell you. Everything in my life is pretty much down to a schedule. Even my free time is down to a schedule. And it's the best way that I can sit and, really prioritize my goals and figure out exactly where I can put the time and effort and energy into getting them done. I managed the 3rd largest campground and water park in Wisconsin, Harbor Village Campground and Water Park up in Door County for 5 years. A lot of the skills that I currently have and am bringing to the table, I gained while I had that time there. Managing literally a town. At times there was, thousands of people in that campground, and they were all, under my responsibility. So it's something that I feel like I can adequately do is be able to identify the problem, figure out the priorities, and then execute it.
So I work full-time, and currently I work from home. But I do work downtown Madison, and I have no children right now. I have a disabled adult child that lives with me once in a while, but otherwise I have no family obligations. I have a girlfriend who doesn't care whether I come and go, doesn't need my money. Life right now is very good. So I have, my free time is Special Olympics. I coach Special Olympics. So I'm not one who just sits there and talks to other libertarians. I am out there in the public doing volunteer work. I'm down at the state capitol every weekend when I can during this farmers market down there. I don't know if you guys knew that. I run a booth down there on Saturday mornings. 5,000 to 10,000 people have walked past those buttons and pocket constitutions. And so I think I've proven for the last 3 years. I've showed up to the meetings. I've been to the convention meetings, I've been to the marketing meetings, I'm on the bylaws meetings, so I actually do it. And I'm not running for office because I don't have that time and commitment for that. And I think, and I have run for office, okay? I was an alderman in Verona, so I have actually done it. I'm not going to do that in the next year. So that's my commitment for the next 2 years, is not to run for office, to actually just focus on this organization here. That's it.
I have a question for you guys. This here's a LNC Chair's framework for a strategic plan. Beautiful, beautiful document. Will you be designing a strategic plan and telling me a little bit about that process? And the second question is, what are your thoughts on following the organization's bylaws? Thank you.
I already made a plan, and I brought it here today. So if anybody would like to see it or read through it, you're more than welcome to. I outlined a lot of the priorities that I felt like the LPWI could focus on moving forward, how we can all, like I said in my speech, work together to actually make it happen. And some of the areas that I feel like, I can even use my own skills that I've developed throughout the years to help propel the party forward as well. So if anybody would like to see it, I only brought 10 copies because I couldn't print 100 plus for everybody here or whatever, but you're more than welcome to see it. I can email it to anybody who'd like. I'll take your information, and I'm more than willing to share exactly what my vision for LPWI would be moving forward. As far as the bylaws, I feel like as much as we all like to complain about the process of bylaws, I understand the reasoning for them. It's really there as a way to keep ourselves accountable to the goals and to the priorities of the party. And I feel like it's very necessary that we really get them down to the bare processes of the principles that we want to interject and stop putting the fluff into them that, we sit here and debate over in these conventions anyway. So that's my 2 cents on that.
So again, I'm a practical libertarian with the Pragmatic Caucus. And yes, the bylaws are important, and yes, we should be following them. But it's more important that we actually do something than to sit around and worry about whether or not we're following some particular bylaw. So again, I'm here to actually do the work, and it's the work of you getting elected that I'm doing. So if you think I'm going to give you some kind of vision, the vision is we have this statement of principles from the national level. We have our bylaws, you know what they are, and now it's your turn to go out there and do the local work and us to give you the support behind it. I don't need to give you any kind of vision. There it is. The vision is to get elected and to change people's minds. And so my goal is to, as the chairman, is to keep the web updated. And I'm not talking Facebook, I'm talking the internet in general, and using all the platforms. So using the different Telegram or Facebook or Slack. That I am an IT professional, that's what I do for a living. So we need to fully embrace that. And the plan is going to be you guys stepping forward. I don't know if you've been to New Hampshire and to what's going on there, but I'm going to Pork Fest in June. And they're purposely not laying down all these guidelines and visions. They're letting the people, the libertarians that are coming to that event, decide for themselves what they want to do. And that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to be here to help you do it. I'm going to get you connected with the affiliates that are doing it in your area. And we're going to try and get out, newsletters every month. And I'm going to get them out by not being busy running for office, where I have to get out a news bulletin because I'm running for office. I'm going to work on, I've got a vice chair who needs to help me get out a newsletter and get on the case for the treasurer to give us a report, and get on the committees to give us a report. So that's the kind of chair that I'm going to be. I'm not going to be your friend. That's it.
We once had a mission statement to implement the platform. And everything, campaigns, affiliates, and fundraising all come from membership. Your first best idea to increase membership and retain members.
Build the affiliate program. It's so crucial at this point. You guys held a convention in 2019 in Sturgeon Bay. I'm from Sturgeon Bay. I never even heard about it. I was a libertarian. I could have been there. So that's a huge problem. There was no affiliate. There was no person even close by to reach out and to make sure that people in that area even heard about it. So I think the number one thing that we can do to build membership is to actually build an affiliate program that people feel proud of being a part of, give them attainable goals that they can actually achieve on the ground level, and then they will continue to fight really hard for all of us across the state.
So what I heard is we're going to achieve goals. But we heard earlier today, nobody wanted to vote for any of those goals. Nobody wanted to put it in writing 30 days out or 7 days out or whatever it is. So myself, I'm an IT guy, and I've already worked on the membership. I know the CM out there. I'm actually a document management person for a living. And so I do content manager type stuff. Excuse me. We already should be marketing constantly. We just aren't doing it. And we are going for some of the good buzz So we did a digital billboard, but we don't know what kind of return we're getting on a digital billboard. We're direct marketing, we know what we're doing. So you know who paid for your membership cards? So we got a lot of new members here. Just this January 1st, everybody who was a member on December 31st got a membership card. And not because the executive committee had some leadership goal written down. Chris took the information that Mike helped me gather, put it into a spreadsheet, printed it out, laminated them, sent them to everybody. And I didn't go ask for some money to send it. I didn't go ask for some money to print it out or any of that stuff, the mailing. We just do it. And that's what as a leader, I'm going to encourage you to just do it. And then come tell me what you're doing so I can go tell other people what you're doing. And that's the kind of leader I'm going to be. Because I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. I'm going to tell you, go do it, and come back and tell me what you did. And then I'm going to go tell everybody else what you did. So we can all keep doing it.
Hi, everybody. I live in Taylor County, Wisconsin, in Molitor Township. It's 100 square miles and 200 registered voters. The Republicans and the Democratic parties do not represent rural America. I sometimes question if the Libertarian Party represents rural America. And I would like to know what you guys propose to do to help me in rural America vote Libertarian.
That's a beautiful question, actually, yeah. I think personally, that's a huge problem with a lot of rural states like Wisconsin, is we do have counties that are so spread out, and a lot of their population isn't really centralized. You can't really just hold one event and get a bunch of people to it and, help spread the word. And I think really, with Jake and I, because I've been talking with Jake a lot about this too with the affiliate program, I want to decentralize that affiliate program. It's actually part of my plan, is to separate it into 3 separate regions so that there can be an affiliate coordinator for each region, and that affiliate coordinator can work a lot more closely with the affiliates that are actually in that area on the ground and help build them up, because you need people to actually go door to door in those situations, or do mailers or something like that. You need to get something to their door, because they're not going to go out to a convention like this. And a lot of them are anarchists. They really don't even care about government. They just want them to be left alone. So really what we need to do is help them understand the Libertarian Party wants to leave you alone. We just want you to be able to live your life and choose what's best for you. And we need to make sure our messaging is reaching their doors. And a lot of this, I'm all for social media. I literally live it. I'm a graphic artist by passion. Nobody pays me to do anything I'm doing for any of the things I'm doing for the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. And I can tell you that social media and internet is not the way to reach those people, because they're not even on there looking for us. So we need to figure out new ways to be able to engage them in the places that they are. And if that even means working with other organizations that they're a part of, not in a political stance, but to get our voice in the door of those organizations, then that's maybe something we have to do as well. Go to fairs and other conventions and stuff and set up booths there and make sure that they know that we also want to represent them in a way that the left and right can't. Because you are right, at this point, the duopoly doesn't represent them. And if we continue to fade into obscurity, we won't either.
So the question was about what I'm going to do for the rural representation and the farmers in particular. And again, I am a retired farmer. I farmed for 18 years in New Glarus, and I am friends with a lot of farmers in Greene County, as well as I've been working at the farmers market for not last year, but the previous 3 years, at the farmers market, talking directly to the farmers about the issues and letting them know, that the libertarians are there for them, that we are totally against the crop subsidies and the Democrats that pick the winners and losers. And so they definitely know that we're out there, and we're out there fighting for them, because I'm out there fighting with them right there at the Capitol every week during the April to November timeframe. We can be seen down there as a presence, and you're welcome to come down there and do that too. It's free, and you can get a permit. You just go to the DOA website and apply for a permit, and you can get your own 30 by 30 space. And so I think the thing to do is to be actually going to the committee meetings and to be writing letters to the editor, not just on the internet, but I'm old school, so I still read, and I own the button maker because I own the message, so I can make whatever message I want on the button maker. And when I was a lot younger and I did not have the button maker, I just printed stuff out and cut them into sheets and then passed them out at big events. And so I still believe that putting a piece of paper in someone's hand is much more valuable than that electronic billboard that flashes in the sign for 30 seconds or a minute, or that Facebook ad that scrolls by and you can't come back to. No, I'm old school. I think we should still be doing direct email to people through our mailing list, but also we should be mailing postcards to people, reminding them that we exist. So I'm for postcards. I think mail merges. I am a Microsoft expert. I can merge our mailing list with whatever letter you want to write and make you the labels and put those on an envelope or on a postcard and send them to whoever we need to. I've done it many times for other organizations, not this one. Okay, so I've actually run a science fair 3 years in Verona, science fair 3 years in New Glarus. I started one from scratch in New Glarus. I started a Special Olympics basketball program from scratch in Monroe, Wisconsin. So if you're questioning whether I'm serious about running for chair, I'm very serious. And if you're happier with him, go for him. But if you want the old school, go for me.
All right, guys, results are in. If you could just double check, make sure that the tellers what you reported is correct. But it appears we have a new state chair, and his name is Tony Moen. Congratulations. And let's also say thank you to Chris Nass for putting himself out there. He's been around a long time and deserves some recognition as well. All right, guys, we are going to move on to vice chair. So at this time, I will open the floor for nominations.